It's your girl Sammie B, and this is Talk About It Tuesdays. Hashtag TAT. So tonight's special guest is Steve Muelz, and he's already in the building. So before I even call him up to the stage, right, up on this episode, I gotta light the Palo Santo. I do this every episode, like I just wanna bring in love, light, positive energy, good vibes. So the guest is a very special guest for tonight. I mean, like super, super special guest, right? So come on in, join in. What's up, everybody? All right, let's get it. Steve, I'm going to invite you right now. What's up? Yes, always good vibes. What's up? Okay, so, yo, Steve is fire, and he's right here.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm so excited right now because
what's going on?
Cause like, let's get it. Like, let's go. I'm hyped. Because first of all, like, I see what you're doing. I've been seeing what you're doing. I've been peeping you for a minute. We'll get into that. But like, your craft is something that I've had my eye on for a while, and it's like the way that you bring a vision to life, right, and edit it is like insane. It's impeccable. So shout out to you for that, for what you do, because it's on point. It's on point.
Come on.
Facts.
Nah, man. That's fucking years of it, man. Years of just dedicating to it. So,
yeah, and I get it. You gotta, like, if you have the passion for it, like, this is what we're here for.
yeah, man. It's just like when you do something you love, it's like here. Yeah. You could do it every day and just like, we gonna do this.
Yeah. It's almost impossible to not do it like every day. Speaking of every day, I want to speak on the fact and give you major props to the fact that you've been posting every day. What day are you on? Every day you've been posting. For how long now?
190 or 180 something, I think, around there. It's been a little minute now. It's been yeah, I gotta check. But yeah, that's been a journey in itself. Just every doing it, and showing up, which is the most important thing. Is you gotta show up. That might be more important than the actual post. Is like deciding to dedicate the effort to show up. So
consistency is major key, especially in the creative world. Like being business minded and knowing that it's not just about being talented at what you do. It's about making sure you're giving yourself that exposure. Is what you're doing. And congratulations on 30K followers.
Come on.
Let's go.
And the most important thing I had said on my story is like, yes, it's always been a dream, but the fact that I posted 3,100 times. That's like, if you put that in fucking, can we curse? Yeah, I'm over here cursing.
Yeah. It's unfiltered. This is an authentic, organic conversation.
Oh yeah. So the fact that I posted that many times and like failed so many times to get there, I think that's important for everyone that is watching. Like, you gotta fail forward so many times, because every failure is just a little step closer, a little step getting better. And then at 30, so that 30K is amazing, but I think the most important thing is like the 3,100 tries. You know what I'm saying? So crazy.
I like how you said fail forward. Stop playing with it, because it's so facts. Like, yo, really, learn from everything.
You have to fail. It's like, I wish they taught us from the jump, like, all right, you're going to fail 5,000 times, and then you're going to be at the place you want to get. And we're going to fail faster. We're going to be like fearlessly failing.
Yeah.
The more you fail, the more steps you get, and then you get closer to your goal. Yeah. The more you fail. So it's just the change of thinking of what failure is, instead of it being something shameful. You know what I'm saying? And like a progress point. So yeah.
Facts. Shout out to everybody who's joining in. I might not be able to wave at all you, but I see you, and I'm glad you popped in, because Steve is a really special guest. You know, like I'm super excited to have you on because there's so much that I want to talk about and chop it up with you about. But yes, congratulations on the consistency, on continuing to grow your fan base, like, you know, and just doing what it is that you do and being fire at what you do. So people see that, trust that, know that. Even if they peep and they don't say, they see it.
Listen, I fuck with it.
Yo, so I want to know, when did you first like pick up the camera and start shooting? Like, and what was it that you started shooting? Like, I'm just curious.
And shit, I mean, I had graduated college and I was a finance major, but I didn't want to do the 9-to-5 route. So
right.
I got into I was helping my boy build his wedding business. And in the process of doing that, I ran into the camera. And it was sort of the only thing at the time that got me out of like a depression I was in. So what I wanted to do, I went 9-to-5, but that didn't really work. And I wanted to do my own thing, but I ain't have like a passion yet.
Yeah.
And picked up the camera was the one thing while I was depressed that got me out of that.
Right.
Felt good. It felt natural. And I saw a passion in me that I never saw before. I'm like, yo, I could do this 24 hours every day. I want to get better. And then that was like the light in darkness. So it was like a little bit of light that gave me that push to like, fuck it, this is what I'm doing.
I get it. Yo, I love that you brought that up, because honestly, that's one thing that I wanted to talk about, because depression is such a huge part of my story, and I just feel like people don't talk about it enough. And I also feel like most creatives, like most artists, we have dealt with a lot of that deep shit. So it's like, you know, I think it's important that we talk about it rather than just share our success and our smiles all over the place. Like, yeah, this is what we're feeling right now, you know, but what did it take for us to get there? It took extreme lows to get to these highs. Like, it's
literally like this.
Yeah. And like, yo, it's crazy too, because I'm glad you shared that. Like, I relate. Like, yo, college, I was at a super low, and that's where I found, okay, music. Like, music is what I want to do. I started doing open mics and shit. I started like collaborating with other artists that were on campus and stuff, and like, it was just dope. And so I'm like, this is exactly what I want to do. Like, fuck what I'm going to school for. Like, chill. Like,
yes, it's and that's the thing, is like that first layer of it is like the societal norm of what you're doing, and like you have to break that and be like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. That's the first layer. Then it's like your parents might not be jacking it, your family don't know what you're doing. You have to go over that, and then you gotta believe in yourself that you don't know how to get to where you want to get to, but you love it and you have faith to just go and live with those results. Like, whatever happens, we're gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that beginning was tough. I remember my first year, I did like 200-300 videos for free. I was doing anything for free. I was just like picking up a camera, getting broke as hell. Just like, I'm shooting and YouTubing and learning and shooting. But it was just like, I needed that to show me, like, even though I'm low, I'm moving towards the light and I'm getting better. And even though this is not good, because I'm at negative $40, I'm waking up to chase alerts. And you know,
you still out there shooting, like,
and I'm shooting with negative $50. I'm like, I don't care. And like, money, what I love about that era is money didn't matter. Nothing mattered. It was just me and that camera. And no one could tell me otherwise. Like, this is my dream. I love what I do. I feel like I'm a billionaire. And I got negative 40. So it's just like finding that light in the midst of those dark moments, because there's a lot of dark moments throughout that, you know, the journey. So yeah, man, it's definitely a journey. Obstacles for sure.
It is definitely a journey, but you know, locking into the vision and chasing our dreams despite whatever obstacles are in the way is why we achieve success. Because, you know, most run into obstacles and stop, you know, and as long as we don't quit, we have this vision in us for a reason. Like, you mentioned faith, like knowing that was placed within me for a reason. So I'm gonna go and make this happen and bring this into fruition, no matter how I gotta make it happen. That's what I'm gonna do. I get it.
It's the only way.
So, all right, now I don't remember if you remember this.
Yeah.
But okay, speaking of like I wish I met you back then because, yo, I wanted my first music video shot by you. I hit you up first. Okay, this was 2019.
Ooh.
And at the time I was waitressing, right? And I was going through IG and I was like trying to find a videographer that I wanted to work with. I knew some around here, but I was like, I want to find somebody just who I like connect with. Like I connect with their work. I think it's fire. Like, so I remember I was doing a double. This is so crazy because I don't have the best memory. I really don't, but I remember this. And so I was doing a double. I had a lunch break and I'm like, yo, I'm going to hit him up. Like, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to ask. I hit you up. I think I even got you on the phone and I was like, yo, like I want my first music video shot, probably in the city or something or whatever. And like, how much would it be? I remember you said 600. And I was like, okay, bet. So like, I'm like thinking, okay, cool. Like, I'm going to get back to you, whatever. Then this other dude was referred to me by a friend who makes music as well. I hit him up. I asked his price, and he goes, "I'll do two for 600." I said, "Shit, I have to do that." Like, I didn't even have that much of like my budget wasn't even there at the time. Like I was just grinding and trying to save at wherever I could. But I remember that because I'm like, I always in the back of my mind was like, no matter what, like once I get my money up, I want to work with him on something.
Right.
And, even as an artist right now, it's like I shoot my own videos, which is so crazy. But it's like once the budget is there, I'm about to have some,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, come on.
And not for nothing, I don't want the full responsibility of all the hats. Like, I'm good. Like, if I have the budget for it, I'm gonna pass it to somebody who's super solid and talented in what they do. So you're somebody who comes to mind for sure.
Yeah, you can just focus on being an artist and like, listen, you be a genius, I'll be a genius in my world, and we just come together. And
yeah,
that's fire though, man. It's an honor. Like I like faintly remember it, but I do remember like first of all, it's just an honor that you want me to be the first one, like, because that first music video, and I've done a lot of first music videos because it's like a moment in an artist's career where like you like once you see yourself for the first time, you like believe what you're doing now. You're like, oh, that's me. I'm actually doing this. So like that's a big responsibility to be someone's first music video. So honored that I was.
It's so true though. It's so true. As soon as I started dropping the first, I'm like, I can't stop now.
I gotta keep.
Yo, so yes, I'm still keeping you in mind.
Hell yeah.
And, for sure, right? So what else? We gotta talk about this, right?
Yeah.
We gotta obviously talk about how you went on tour with well-known rapper, artist, entrepreneur, businessman, like independent monster, Russ. So I remember this too, right? I remember him making a post looking for a videographer, and I'm like, oh, I tagged you right away. And I seen other people tagging you, and I'm like, yo, I hope he gets it. Kind of didn't like think more into it, you know what I mean? Next thing I know, you on tour with Russ, like I'm like, whoa.
Nuts. Listen, it's I tell people all the time, it's like winning a lottery. It's almost like hitting a half-court shot of your basketball. Because I've like prior to him, I've always had like a video reel ready to send out to artists. So it was like Cardi B. I sent it to Cardi, to Offset, to the Migos, to Drake, to Travis. I sent it to everybody. Just shooting my shot because you never know. And then this one time, which I wasn't even going to do it. It was like 3 a.m. I was editing a video, and I got somebody that tagged me. I was like, you know what? I got my video right here. Let me just submit it on Twitter. And I went to use the bathroom. Within 10 minutes, he was like, yo, this is fire. I was like, okay, cool. I've had artists respond. So I'm like, that's fine. Cool. And then he DMs me 5 minutes after that, like, yo, bro, I really fuck with your shit. I want my manager to hit you tomorrow, and I want to bring you on. And I was like, nah, this is crazy. I sent him. Next day comes, I'm getting a haircut, and then his manager calls me. He's like, yo, we love your work, and are you down to go on tour? And I was like, yeah, what?
Yeah.
I've been trying to do this since the beginning of picking up a camera, so it was just something that like again, it was one of those things that like preparation meant what's the saying when you preparation meant opportunity or whatever. Like, I was prepared for it because I was putting in so much work, and finally that opportunity came and I was ready for it. And it was just like a perfect timing of it, and then I'm on tour. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 years later, you know, we've been working for 3 years now. Mind-boggling, but crazy.
How was that experience? And shout out to everybody on here too, communicating and engaging. Like, shout out to each and every one of you. But how was that experience? Because Russ, like, he seems like a cool dude. I vibe with his music. You know, I think a lot of independent artists really, really look up to him.
Yeah.
So I can imagine like his energy and what he got going on.
I mean, yeah, that funny enough, when I was in college, it was a full circle moment for me, because when I was in college, he was somebody that I was actually listening to and respected because of his independence.
Yeah.
I was in college remembering going through my early journey, listening to him. So then when I'm in now these shows, I'm on stage filming him, I always have these like crazy flashes of just like, damn, I remember me at college listening to him. Now I'm you know, losing control. I like that. Now I'm like capturing losing control in front of 20,000. I'm just like, this doesn't make sense. It's just like, it's a slow moment. But yeah, now being around him is incredible because, one, he's the pioneer of the independence. He's like the one that has done it at the highest level, and has pioneered the route of ownership and doing it, you know, the right way. Not that there's a wrong way, but I feel like doing it that way is the way that sort of I think is more justified for an artist. So just picking his brain, asking 1,000 questions. I'm always listening in to him and his team, and like I'm always asking questions. I'm like, yo, bro, so how did this happen? How did this happen? So when this was happening, like, because when you see it in interviews is one thing, but I get to be alone with him pre-show or after show, so I get to really ask him, like, where was your mindset when this song took off? Or did failure something that ever scared? Were you scared ever? He's like, yeah, I was scared. I was, you know, I didn't know if it was gonna happen. And it's good to get that insight, because I want to know sort of like, what is someone that you've already made it, you got it all, but where was your mind when you didn't have it all? What's the difference by having it and not having it? What's the moment in your journey that something switched? Like, just all these like intricate questions that I want to know, because I'm in my journey where I'm like, if I see something that he said, I can now identify with it and be like, oh, I remember he said this, and remember. So but he's incredible. He's incredible. He's super helpful. He's straight up, which I like that energy. Like, if you're fucking up, he's gonna tell you fucking up. Like, that's so good. It puts
a good boss.
Yeah,
technically,
like,
right?
I have to elevate around him, because it's like I gotta be on point. There's no lacking here, because anybody could get this position in the world, right? So it's like there's someone else hungry that wants this position. So I can never approach this not at 120. Like, always like, you know, hungry, and always have that hunger, and I attribute that to him, because he always keeps me sort of like, push it, let's push it. So
momentum.
So but incredible, man. It's been an amazing 2 years, just like on tours, traveling, and getting to see like life from a different perspective. So, but crazy though. I thank God daily for it, because it's like it could have been anybody. I think so many talented other videographers that could have been there. And there. You know what I'm saying? So,
but it's supposed to be you. It's for a reason.
Yeah, God said here, and I was like, all right.
Shout out to Blanco, Nicoreth, Elvis, Brandon, Taylor, Megs. Somebody said, greetings from Colombia. Dope. Okay, so yeah, I'm proud of you, and like continue doing what you do. Do you still work with him, right? Like here and there or whatever?
Yeah.
And you still locked in for a reason. There's a reason he wants you to keep showing up.
Yeah. At this point, it's like, you know, funny enough, in the beginning, I almost got kicked out of tour in the first tour, because I was messing up. And it was a point of like reflection where I was like, he had sent me a voice note. I remember this shit like yesterday. He was like, yo, bro, if you don't figure it out, I'm gonna have to switch you. And at that moment, I had to look myself in the mirror and be like, yo, like, this is it. Like, we're not going home. We came this far, you know. It was a Seattle show. And he was like, yo, this next show is my biggest show that I've had in my career. So if you don't figure it out, I'm gonna have to like switch you out. So I didn't sleep that night. I was just like panicking. I was like, I have to figure it out. But what it showed me is, you know, one, be humble always, because I came in there like, my shit's fire. Like, everything I do is fire. I've only heard that I was fire. And someone for the first time told me, like, that's not what I want, though. So I had to learn from that and then humble myself, learn from that, and then understand that, like, the best part of creativity is also, like, understanding the vision and collaborating and coming up with the overall vision instead of just your vision, and then understanding, like, that moment. So that moment was, I felt like a true test to, like, for anyone that does get that big opportunity to come in with your ego at the door, come in, like, you know, hungry, because every level there's new challenges and new things that come with it. So, but yeah, there was a lot of tests. It wasn't like an easy 2 years. It was like, you gotta like work for the spot if you're gonna be here. So, but
you gotta earn it, show up, and prove.
We here 3 years, man. So it's a blessing for sure.
That's what's up. Absolutely. Yo, God is good. Someone said, what's meant for you will always be. And that's a fact. I agree with that. Shout out to everybody in here. And yeah, yo. Okay, let's see. What else did I want to talk about? Okay, so other than Russ, right? Like okay, I was looking at what you do, what you got going on. What's up, Crank Lucas? And you have like captured a lot of celebrities, artists, people performing and stuff. Like, just, you know, some people, right? Davey, Styles P, Cardi B, Danny Lay, Drake, Migos, Sheck West, Burna Boy, Azuna. Like, I see you work a lot with Chicklet too. There's a lot of people that you work with. So what would you say is like other than Russ? Because obviously this is such a big like career highlight for you. Or like, what else would you say was a career highlight, or was like a really memorable experience to capture?
I would say, there's a lot of goodies. It's a lot of goodies. But I would say, I remember when Danny blew up, I was in the videos that, not the initial one, but the second one in Times Square that blew her up. And right when like she had that little baby moment, and then things started cycling. So seeing her go from 100,000 followers to who Danny became, and being a part of that, and I was like, that was my first thing of like, you know, before everything, just seeing her blow up and become who she became, and I was like, damn, this is cool. And then getting this chance to do her cover art, I designed her debut cover art, and that was like a moment of just like, damn, keep doing what you love to do, bro, because look at these opportunities you get. You know, that those early moments, and funny enough, that was 2019, and that was when I was like, okay,
I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm doing this now. It's starting to, like, you know, things are starting to shake up, and I'm starting to like be in certain rooms. So I think that moment was a big moment for me. And Chiclet, shout out to Chiclet and Melanie. They were the first bigger, like, viral celebrity type people that took a chance on me. On my DM, and they said, let's work. And that was the first big person that I worked with, and I was nervous. I was like, oh shit, like, you know, I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, I went from just shooting like local anybody, and now I'm shooting someone that got a lot of followers. And it was like that moment was like, oh damn, this is I'm meant for this. I think I could do this at the highest level. So I think those two moments, outside of like obviously the Russ moment, are pivotal moments in my confidence into like believing possible.
Yeah, 100%. And it really does mean a lot, like when we work with people and they believe in us. Like, you know we have the vision, we know we have the passion for it. And but then when people just, I love when people, confirm that because it's like we're our worst critic always. So we're coming into it and we're like, yeah, we know what we got this or whatever, but then there is that little bit of nervousness, or that is that little bit of like self-doubt that wants to creep in. But it is beautiful when people can be like, yo, you fire, you got this, you know, like, so shout out to everybody who is on that, all supporters or artists alike or whoever it may be.
That shit goes a long way, man. It's, you know, we're our own critics, our own worst critics, so that's key for us.
It is. Shout out to Nick Moody, by the way. He put 2 goats. You a goat too.
Nico, what up? Mookie, what up? Taylor, what up?
What up, everybody? Yeah, yo, Nick Moody, shout out to him too. I guess that's gonna move me along with the One Train Cyphers. Like, right? That's a segue.
Segue.
Okay.
He's going crazy on the Cyphers.
Yo, that's a fact. I feel like that's how I discovered him. So like I want to shout you out. I don't know for sure, but I feel like it is. I don't remember, but like you have, so that's your baby, right? Like that's your creation. You're the mastermind behind One Train Cyphers.
Yeah.
What made you want to do that?
Yeah, so back funny enough, back 2019 was a pivotal year. In 2019, I remember I love hip hop. I grew up on hip hop. Hip hop is life for me. So I always loved seeing ciphers when I was growing up. And if it was like, you know, DMX, it was Wu-Tang doing it. If it was, I think it was Hove with the Bodyguard and X, Mos Def doing it. All these artists doing these ciphers growing up. And then when I got older, I felt like I didn't see it. And I was like, yo, no one does ciphers outside of the BET cipher. But that was too like high production. I wanted to see something raw, like people that love the art and the craft and just doing it for the love of it. And I can't rap, but I was like, but I could film a cipher and I work with artists. So I was like, maybe I could set these things up. And then 2019, I found 5-6 artists that were down. And I was like, let me bring it on the One Train. I grew up in Harlem. I took the One Train my entire life, going to middle school, high school, college. So I was like, I gotta bring it to the One Train. That's my life right here. And then that was it right there. I was like, One Train Cypher. I think this could be something. And yeah, that was the origin of it back in 2019.
Yeah. So. Yeah. You really put on for the culture for that. And I think what makes it even more New York is how raw it is. But it's like, it's still like great content. It's just the feel of it is so hip hop. So you know, accomplish what you're going for with that whole One Train Cypher.
Yeah, now it's at a whole different place, and it's just, you know, it feels good because the origin reason was like nostalgia, but also like how can I build a platform that can help as many people as possible. And my life's mission is to impact 1 billion people. So I'm like, I gotta create platforms and books and things that could spread and impact people at a higher clip. So that was my way of like, this is how I could impact them as a videographer in the city. Just like, let me give a platform that could help artists go viral, and that could change their lives. That could show, you know, that could put them in a higher place. So
yeah. Shout out to you, because you know it's I am what's poppin' said the GOAT. Yeah,
go baby.
Facts. Like, yo, what you doing? That's why you on here, you know. It ain't just random. But yeah, like the One Train Cyphers. Shout out to all of the artists that have been on there, and you know, super talented. I'm hopping on that. I don't know when it's coming back, but
I might throw an exclusive on here.
Yeah.
I got. So I thought it bit on my tongue. My bad, y'all. I just bit my tongue. That's exciting.
That's the worst. It's gonna hurt for a second.
But damn, that shit hurt. But
you got people, by the way, who have been a part of the One Train Cypher in here right now. Shout out to Olia.
Shout out to a couple people I've seen already. But March, I'm not gonna say the date, but I'm doing another cipher back on the One Train. But this time, I've been wanting to do this for years, but I'm gonna do an all women's cipher on the One Train.
Oh, it's lit.
To celebrate, show love to our women. So yeah, it's gonna be gonna be special. It's gonna be something that's never been done in the city, and I think I've never seen an all-woman cipher at that scale. So
definitely not at that scale.
Definitely not at that scale. At that scale, so it's something that I'm actually gonna announce, if not this week, by next week, the latest. So it's gonna happen in March, and all-woman cipher. Come on, we're making history with it. So yeah,
that's exciting. I hope it ain't when I'm performing, because I'm trying to go to that for real. Like, I'm on that. I've been wanting, you know, I think we spoke about it briefly too, I think, about hopping on a one train cipher, and it's like, right now I'm in that energy of like, yo, I'm about to show up with all the energy. Like, so
do you, and then and the beauty of it is just love, man. Everybody support each other, and it's something that we want to see everybody win, right? So it's like there's no bashing nobody. It's like, we trying to make everybody got to win. So
yeah, and like, come in with what you got. Like, come in hot.
Bring your best stuff. You got one of the best lenses, and my team is full of nasty shooters as well. So you're gonna get fire content, and
it always
come on, man. That's what we doing here.
Yo, the cops have shut it down too, right?
Once before, they funny enough, the cops didn't shut it down. It was the MTA shut it down. So they stopped the train and closed the station down. So we just had to leave, and I was like, damn, fuck it, let's go take it outside then. And then we just took it outside and went to the hotline. But that was insane.
That's fire too, though, because that makes it even more like of a dynamic to it. Like, yo, we just got shut down, and that's like got everybody's adrenaline going. Now we moving out here, like, we doing it still. We're not stopping for nothing. Like,
nothing. They're gonna have to tell us, like, they don't have to follow us. Come on, man. Yeah, that was epic.
Nicorette said, legendary. Come on, you out here making history, and we about it.
I appreciate
it. Yeah.
Come on, Nick. Yeah.
I know that. That's right. So yeah, you know, I love it because it's keeping the culture alive, right? The one train cipher. It's giving it a new feel, even, and it's spotlighting other artists, and, you know, bringing awareness to other artists who are dope and have something to bring to the table, and could really utilize your platform, and then it expands your following as well, and like people knowing who you are. And so that's kind of what this industry is about, if you ask me. Like, not the dark side of it, not the wacky side of it, like the good people that are in here doing it because it's beneficial to not just us, like to everybody. Like, that's why we do what we do. I think that much more special.
Yeah, 100%. It's like, cause ultimately, right, it's like our life is short. Life is already short. So it's like, if you're on here, do something impactful, or at least try to help a person, especially if you do have a little platform. If you have some sort of advantage, give it, give help. So I have a little platform. I'm trying to help as many people as possible. And then that, to me, there's nothing more better than seeing other people win for me. So it's like, we got to help everybody. It's like Oprah. I want to see everybody win somehow, some way. And if I could help in that journey, then it's lit.
Yeah. The fact that you just said Oprah, I love, because literally, other than like my mom and dad growing up, like, I remember coming home and being a kid. Shout out, because we 90s babies. You born in 94 too, right? I mean, like, as far as the industry is concerned, like, they don't gotta really know, but like, we still, like, I know I still pass for like younger, so I'm gonna just
fuck it. I own it. Fucking 94.
I'm gonna keep it on a little bit of a hush, but it don't even matter. It don't even matter, because we still out here, right? We have the energy and we got what it takes. But it's like, we 94 babies. Like,
94,
shout out to
94 is a special year, man.
Wait. So it was just your birthday, right?
Yeah, on the 14th. Come on.
You an Aquarius.
Aquarius, Valentine's baby, which makes sense why I want to, I guess, give all this love, because it's by birth.
Valentine's baby.
I was born into it.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm a Cancer, so I'm like, real emotional, sensitive type. It's so annoying though. Like, I feel like Cancers and Aquarius, a lot of times, like, we see something in each other that we're attracted to, like on a, you know, energetic or whatever level, and it's like it could go real crazy. It could go real haywire, like
Good. I could go back.
word. Or it could be both at the same time, like, or it could be, you know what I mean? It's just funny shit. Like,
Yeah.
I've recognized that with that type of shit. Okay, so what else? Okay, I want to know, because I know you have a little inside information. I don't know if you could give it, but like Russ, he working on an album. What he got going on? Do you know?
I don't know. I know he's working on an album. I don't know when it's dropping. I don't know when all that's happening, but he's definitely cooking up. It's been cooking up for a little minute. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what the vibe is. So.
Okay, I can't forget this, right?
Yeah.
You are now entering a vibe. Right.
Yeah.
That is so, like, the branding on that, it's something that's so simplistic, but so captivating. What made you think of that? Like, how did that become your thing?
It was I always loved producer tags. So Pros, the Michael Made It, and all these fire producers that had their tags. So every time you heard that tag, you know who's coming. You know what I'm saying? You know who's the artist. So for me, I was like, coming into the videographer space, I was like, I need people to know who's coming once you hear the intro. So I was thinking, and I was always into vibes, good vibes, and it just hit me like, yo, you're not entering a vibe. That's perfect. You see that, and then my video comes on. You're in my world now for these 60 seconds or 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So it just came to me, and I was, at the time, I was watching Narcos, I remember, on Netflix, and I fell in love with that, like, Colombian accent type of, like, seductive, but like James, I don't know, it was like a seductive James Bond type of voice. So I was like, I need someone to do my intro, so it could sound like a girl, it could sound like almost mysterious, but welcoming at the same time. So then, you know, once I put it up, it was like, oh, this is it right here. Yeah. All my videos gonna start with this, and you're gonna know who it is off of that. So yeah.
On point. What's up, What's up, Emily? Yeah, I love it. And anytime that I happen to see a video pop up, be it, you know, whichever platform, whatever, you are now entering a vibe, I stop and I watch it because I know it's about to be fire. So
thank you.
So you did that, right? Because like you're accomplishing continue to do what you're doing because it's working.
Damn.
You know,
the marketing is working.
It's working.
Yo,
you know,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
My thing that, you know, is bring, you know, like I always do that, right? And it's if you got something where people hear it and recognize and can attach your name to it, then
boom. Yeah.
Continue to do that.
It's your job, and then once you keep putting work into it, and it's affiliated to something great, now it's like, once you hear it, oh, I'm about to hear a fire pod, or I'm gonna hear a fire interview, or I know something fire is gonna come from that. Or if you see it, you're like, uh-oh, stop what I'm doing, let me check it out. Okay. Fire.
Definitely, let me check it out. That's a fact. Yeah, like, you know, I said it, but I really, really do. I'm just sending this to somebody who I knew they wanted to comment on in here, but like, I do love what you do. You know I already said it, but it's
oh, thank you, man. It makes the sacrifice worth it, hearing shit like that. So thank you.
Yeah, like I couldn't put together what you put together. You know, I wish I could.
You'll probably do better, man. You're gonna, and you have your own of what you put it on. You got your own version of it, of what you got going on. So yeah, of course you could do it too in your own way.
Yeah. But that's the beauty of collaboration, though. You know what I mean? Like, when creative minds come together. I'm exhausted. I was in the studio last night till 5 in the morning, and you know, and it was such a random thing that happened, because it's like, yo, I was in the car bumping my music unreleased to some friends, you know, to see what they thought about it. We're in there bumping, like high energy in the car. I look over and it's this dude in the car and he's like bumping with us, and my friend was like, yo, roll the window down. I roll the window down and he comes over and then he starts talking to me about music. We know similar people, this, that, the third. I was just like, that's crazy, right? He's like, yeah, I got an artist coming here right now, Frank Benz. And I was like, what? I know Frank Benz, like that actually first video that I was talking to you about, I recorded in his studio. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're still connected. That's dope. He comes through there and they're like, yeah, we're going to the studio. I'm like, okay, what studio you going to? Like, you know what you got going on? Nayeja Chanel. I'm like, yo, I fuck with Nayeja Chanel heavy. Like, they FaceTime her. She's like, yo, we'll pull up. So I'm like, bet. Like, you know, just last minute stuff. And I think it's just about being guided, right? Like, being guided and following that creative flow, like wherever it's gonna take you, and just continue to try to do that.
Follow that gift, man. The gift you get, if you find it, is like a compass. It's like follow that gift, because blessings come from following the gift.
Yeah.
You know, every time you move away from the gift, you lose those blessings, because you have a certain path once you have the gift. So if you have the right, if you're lucky enough to find the gift, you gotta hold on to that shit and just like dump into it, because you know God gonna open them doors. So yeah, crazy though. That's fire. I love that.
I agree with that though, and like, is that you know, there has been gems that have been dropped along this so far, but I guess what is another gem that you would drop, particularly for those who are aspiring videographers?
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple. The first thing I always like telling everybody is like, obviously don't care what nobody gotta say. Just create. If you like it, you don't like it, just create, and create for you, because if you do that enough times, people are gonna start gravitating to what you're doing, and that makes you authentic. It makes you fresh. It makes you you. And the beauty about us is we're all individuals. We all have our own perspective. No one could be you, and that's your magic power, is being you. So being true to yourself is like, no one knows my life through these eyes. Only I can give you that story. So keep your creations like true to yourself, and make sure you do what you love. Two, I would say for up and coming videographers and creatives in general, is doing my Google one thing a day, learn one thing a day for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. And at the end of those 3 months, you are 90 times better, right? So if you just Google one small fun fact of your craft, let's say, for example, for a shooter, what is ISO? What is aperture? Third day. What is f-stop? Fourth day. What is storytelling? If you just stack those one fun facts every single day, at the end of 6 months, you're gonna be so much more better, because you're learning every day. And that's what helped me out. It's just Googling one small thing a day. So if you're starting and you don't know where to start, it's just Google one thing a day and see how
Google
it go in 6 months. You know.
Yeah. Google and YouTube is like school for free.
And now with ChatGPT, you could really go crazy. For anyone that's tapped into AI, that you could just go so crazy with like, give me 100 fun facts of how to become a videographer, and it'll give you 100 fun facts.
Yeah.
And you can literally just like go day by day.
Yeah.
And in 100 days, you're going to be significantly better. So
AI went crazy with that.
Yeah, the resources are there, definitely. So
yes. The research, all at our fingertips. It's just soaking in the knowledge, taking the time to do so, and then applying it too. Because I think there's, you know, it could be like information overload. I know for me. So in order to like, you know, kind of organize that in a sense, and then tackle one thing at a time, or, you know, it's just a lot to it. But hey, keep doing it.
Come on, man.
So okay, the last thing is, this is Talk About It Tuesdays.
Fire.
And it's hashtag TAT. So do you have any tattoos? Can you show us one and explain the meaning behind it?
Yeah, I mean, can I show two?
Yeah, of course. I love tattoos.
We'll start off with 1010. 10 is my number. like my angel number is my favorite number is the number of when I was playing basketball, volleyball, my athletic journey. It was 10, and 1010 was actually the first time I dropped a video.
Wow.
Once I saw that, I was like, oh, this is it. This is meant to be. This is the number that's been following me. So when I see 1010, I know that I'm guided towards the right direction. I'm doing something that I'm supposed to do. And it's sort of like when I'm lost, I run into 1010. I'm like, all right, I'm going the right way. So that's special to me for sure. This was pretty cool for my math nerds. Y equals mx plus b is the linear equation in algebra. And the reason why I love that equation so much is because the whole point of that equation is that things move linear. So I live life in a positive linear form. So constantly get better. That's like my that's how I live my life. Is as long as I'm constantly progressing in life, I'm gonna be fine. Right?
Yeah.
And that's just learning every day, being a better person, drinking more water, taking care of your health, opening a door, complimenting somebody. You could be helpful in so many different ways. So definitely that tattoo, I look at it every day and I remember to just keep progressing little by little, because that will compound over time, and you start seeing like these huge opportunities come, and it's because you've been chipping away. And so and I got a whole bunch of other ones, but those are the two that I like.
I love it because those both have deep meaning, like the synchronicities that let us know, like, they act as confirmations that we're in the right place, that we are doing the right thing, that we are on the right path, we're right where we're supposed to be. So heavy on that too. I see repeating numbers all the time. And then I like the linear thing, because life is full of up and downs, but as long as we are learning through our mistakes and growing through stuff and getting back up every time we fall, like,
that's all it's all about. Yeah,
that's all we can do. That's our best.
Yeah,
I
mean, that's humans at their purest form. Is we care about just improving. Whenever we're not progressing is when you start getting anxiety. You start thinking like, but if you're just slowly getting better, you're always gonna be evolving. So
that's right.
Yeah.
So somebody said every Tuesday we doing this. So Talk About It Tuesdays is with me, Sammie B, and a special guest every second and fourth Tuesday of every month, depending on what people want. Like if people are really like jiving with it and I keep getting mad, people, whatever, talking about they want more, then maybe later on I'll do them every Tuesday again. We'll see. Because I just brought it back. So also the episodes will be available on COC Network YouTube channel. So be sure to subscribe. They have other podcasts on there, and it's definitely a dope vibe. A lot of different conversations going on. Podcasts are a big thing now. There's different, shows. It's a network. So you're gonna be on there too, and I'm excited for that because same like you, I want to bring more exposure to other artists as well, like other creatives, right? Like I call most of people I have on here artists, whether or not you make music or and draw or whatever. Like we're creative, so we are art. That is art. We're creating, like, and the fact that you spoke on the depression earlier too, like transmuting the dark into the light, transmuting that pain into our creative expression is what makes us artists. So shout out to you, Steve Muelz. Definitely follow him. If if you follow me and you don't follow him, go follow him. We're gonna bring him to 40K quick.
Little by little, come on.
Yes, baby steps. Everybody definitely continue to strive for what it is you're passionate about. I kind of feel like that was the summary of this whole thing, like big things start happening when you move in the direction of your dreams and you just believe in yourself.
Super facts. I mean, you put it perfectly right there. That's on. That's on.
I was a poet first, so. So Steve, thank you so much for being a guest on the show. I'm really excited to have you. Def got a follow from me. It was lit. Appreciate and respect you both. My brother Steve, you the GOAT. Yeah, shout out to everybody who's been on here. That they talking about you inspirational, you know, all that. Yeah, absolutely. So
Nico, what's good, my boy? Thank y'all, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for this platform. Thank you for, you know, giving me this. It's an honor to do this, man. So thank you so much.
Yeah, it's an honor to have you on. I'm looking forward to working with you in the future. Definitely holler at me for that female cipher, because I'm definitely gonna pull up. You know, I love
female
hip-hop.
cipher, one train, March. But March, come on, we celebrating women.
We lit.
Come on.
We lit. So, you know, let me know. We gonna work regardless and continue to do what you do.
Yeah.
You know, you're dope. You're dope. What you do is fire. Continue. And you know, I know that posting every day is a lot. It's a lot, because I did it at one point. But keep doing it. You know, I'm sure at some point, if you haven't got there yet, you're like, why did I do this? Because now I committed to it. So now I'm doing it.
I'm at day 180 something, and I've only gone little viral twice. Look at that percentage. 2 out of 189. That's like a .% So it's a long game for sure, but gotta keep shooting.
It's every step. It's every step. We mentioned it. You mentioned it. So shout out to you. Shout out to everybody that tuned in and engaged. Everybody that followed. You know, me and Steve. Like, we appreciate it for sure. And thank you for coming on and telling more about your story. I'm glad I got to know more about you. This is Talk About It Tuesdays. It's your girl, Sammie B. Love, light, positive energy, always.
Yeah.
Appreciate you for being on. And I'll see you in 2 weeks. Talk About It Tuesdays. Tune in, y'all. It's your girl, Sammie B. Bring.
Yeah.